Hey, how you guys doing? So, do you want to get your cooking skills to 200 to be able to cook these plus 40 recipes? Or maybe you want to farm some cooking recipes or certain ingredients? I got you. I'll show you step by step how to get your cooking skills to 200, where to find recipes and certain ingredients. Not all ingredients though. So, if you want to level up your cooking skills, you make recovery foods. These have by far the best ingredients to XP ratio. First, I would like to mention that if you like fishing, you're going to have an easier time getting cooking ingredients, like fish fillet for example. To be able to cook plus 40 strength for example, you need a legendary fish. You can also buy the fish if you want, it costs 200 gold on my server, but don't worry, I will tell you how to get the fish as well. So, there are 4 types of cooking ingredients, the ones from looting chests, for example orange, apple, coconut. You can only get these by looting chests, more specifically provisions chests. The one you get by harvesting, for example cabbage, broccoli, corn. The ones from animals, for example meat. And then we have fish fillet, farm fish fillet, fish oil. Obviously you gotta get your fishing pole out to get these. And all these ingredients are divided by tiers, from 1 to 5. Tier 1 for example, eggs, honey, milk, fish fillet. Tier 2, carrots, corn, red meat, firm fish fillet. Tier 3, potatoes, melon, venison, tender fish fillet. Tier 4, broccoli, orange, lemon, or delicate fish fillet. And finally Tier 5, rice, coconut, tomatoes. So let's say your cooking level is 1. What do you cook? Well, from level 1 to 50 you make travel ratio or energizing travel ratio. For this you need a tier 2 ingredient. You can use red meat, very common. You get it from wolves, sheep, alligators, bison. So find yourself a nice little wolf den. Or there is this little region called Bear Claw Pass, right next to a shrine, very convenient, where you can find goats, deer and cougars. Or you can use corn or squash. Best place to get both of these are in First Light, Dayspring Mills and Hatchburg Fishery. In Morax Bluffs, Lakeside Farm, Farside Township, or if you prefer Windsward, you have Mo's Farm. The respawn time for both is around 20 minutes. This goes without saying guys, but on your way to these locations, kill and harvest everything, obviously. I should also mention that you should wear some harvesting luck or skinning luck when going for these. You will get common ingredients as well as maybe some rare ones. Why not? If you like fishing, like I said, you can get firm fish fillet here. You also need a secondary ingredient. Now, you could use whatever you want as a secondary ingredient, even legendary, but the XP stays the same. So one that's very easy to get, milk. So there are 5 cows in 5 settlements. You have Sherry in First Light, Dottie in Windsward, Bessie in Morax Bluff, Matilda in Restless Shore, and Buttercup in Morningdale. You can milk these cows every hour. Another one just as easy to get, honey. You can get free honey in these settlements, First Light, Windsward, Morax Bluffs, Everfall, Brightwood, and Weaver's Fen. Pork is another tier 1 secondary ingredient. Come here where there is a boar spawning every second. Not kidding. You can also hunt rabbits. You can fish and get fish fillet, that's tier 1, but honestly, if you don't have an abundance of free honey and free milk, it's your own fault, man. People are even selling these, which you get for free, but then again, they're even selling water. Once you reach level 50, it's time to stop making travel ratio and start making light meal instead. For this you need a tier 3 ingredient. Berry in First Light. There's this place called Full Moon Den. Next to it you'll find lots of berries. You can use cabbage. Do you remember Farside Township? You can find corn, squash and cabbage there. Maybe you want to use blueberries or potatoes. You can find plenty of these next to Windsward. Fishing will get you tender fish fillet as a tier 3 ingredient. Next to this tier 3 ingredient you also need 2 secondary ones. So like I said guys, honey and milk, unless you want to run around for rabbits or turkey. Light meal will give you good XP until you reach level 100, but then it's time to make satisfying meals. For this you need a tier 4 ingredient. Definitely broccoli. You have this place called Willet's Homestead in Windsward, right next to a shrine. Once you're done there, just cross the river. There's another place, Fong Family Orchard, and just go back and forth. You'll have 200 in less than an hour, depending on the server I guess. The broccoli respawns in around 20 minutes. To make satisfying meals, you also need 3 secondary ingredients. You can use any of the previous ingredients mentioned, but personally I would go with milk, honey and pork. This should get you relatively fast to level 150, then you unlock hearty meals. For this you need a tier 5 as a primary ingredient, plus 3 secondary ones and seasonings. So tier 5 ingredients, a couple of options here. You can skin animals for rare meat, you can fish for fish roe, or you can loot provision containers for rice, tomato, coconut, apple or string beans. I chose to loot containers and I got 3 routes for you. Mind you, these routes are for solo players, because if you have a group of 6, 7, you should go in Ebon Scale Reach honestly, next to the Dynasty shipyard. There you can find 26 provision containers. Very good place for recipes and ingredients. But if you're a solo player, there's this place in Monarch's Bluffs called Deadman's Cove. You can find 10 provision crates, then continue south towards the fort. Along the way you will find 7 provision containers. These containers will replenish in 1 hour. The second route starts in Cutlass Keys and ends in Malocchio. You'll find 14 provision crates in like 10 minutes. The last one and the best one, but you need to be around level 60, it's in Ebon Scale Reach, more precisely these 3 locations: Skysong Temple, Skysong Shrine and Air Shrine. You will find 18 provision crates here, but wait, cause you also need seasonings this time around. No problem, there is plenty around Skysong Temple. Thyme and ginger can be used as seasonings. You can also use honey. Alright, now you're level 200. Time for some recipes now. You can only find cooking recipes in provision chests. Where that specific chest is located is what matters. For example, if you want to get the boiled potatoes recipe for mining, or the carrot soup for skinning, or if you want 20 intelligence or 20 strength, then that chest needs to be located in a level 16 to 38 zone. So basically the routes that I presented to you earlier in Monarch's Bluff and Cutlass Keys should give you these kind of recipes. If you want to get luckier, or if you want more stats, or maybe you just want to get into crafting, then you gotta look for these recipes in a provision chest located in a zone between level 36 and 58. For example, Weaver's Fan. The best recipes are found in provision containers located in level 60 plus zones. So the Skysong Temple route is good here for solo players. If you have a couple of friends, the Imperial Palace in Ebon Scale Reach is the best place without a doubt. So about the strength recipe that I was using at the beginning of the video, I got it in Skysong Temple. I was wearing full luck gear, around 15% chance at finding rare items from chests and monsters, and I was getting 1-2 cooking recipes per run. I even got one for a legendary great axe called Eternal Dusk, so if you want the best recipes, get some luck gear and farm provision containers in a high level zone. Now after you get that plus 40 strength recipe, you'll need a legendary fish and some ingredients. This specific legendary fish will only bite in Cutlass Keys. You can fish in salt water or fresh water, but you need to be in Cutlass Keys. That's what matters here. And then you need 6 other ingredients divided into 3 categories. You get onions and salt from provision containers. You get barley and carrots, for example, here if you want. You can find both. And then you need to look for herbs to get rosemary and garlic. You will only find garlic in Everfall, and you can find rosemary in Restless Shore. That's all I got, guys. That's all the info I got. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.